What do we have for today's festivities? Let's go have a look. We do have a steep driveway. I know we got that. And I know we might have an issue dragging the hopper when entering into said steep driveway. If anything, I'm more worried about the truck grounding out right on this high spot here with the transition. So we are going to throw down some timber, some pads in this area here to help try and blend that transition as such so we can get the pump up into the setup area, which they moved none of the stuff out of the way that they were supposed to move. Big shocker. Gonna boom the foundation, and we're going to feed the pump with a line pump from street level, just because there's no way to get the mixer up into here. So this will be interesting. But yeah, they have moved precisely none of what they were told to move. Are you as not surprised as I am? Just another day. Anyhow, we'll get rolling here. Okay, so this is fun. So we rolled off of the blocks on this side, so we got our foot and our step pinched into the blocks. So what we're gonna do is bring this outrigger out, lift it up just a little bit so that we can get one of these pads out. We don't need two on this side, we'll get one pad out. And then we'll come around to this side and we'll try and lift this up and get one pad under that axle there. Get the weight on that axle there, hopefully free those two pads up, jump them ahead and proceed further forward. But we really done screwed up when we skipped the truck ahead too far and rolled off the edge of that pad. So we've readjusted. I almost want to put that one block. I think, let's have a look. Yeah, throw that one in front. another shot. Up, yeah. What a poop show this is. It's okay, we'll get it done. We'll find a way. There's always a way. Now I will remove his wheel block. 1 sec, let me get your wheel chock. Hold up. Hold on 1 sec. Let's see how this other side looks. Shit, I think we're in. Move a little bit of this lumber. A little bit of the junk. Could have said, it would have been a big help if they could have got some of this crap out of our way, but I'm just gonna run those right over. I don't give a shit at this point about the material they chose to leave in the way, so. I think we're in good shape now. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're golden now. Yeah. I care about the rebar just enough to not run it over fully and bend it. And we'll go back a bit, maybe. No, we won't actually, will we? Be nice to be far ahead enough, or far enough ahead of the wires to recirculate. I'll bring them back a couple feet. Yo! Hey! Come back like 3 feet. Just so we can get an outrigger around this pile of material. Because why not? And it's that easy. We're in. It actually wasn't too bad. We kind of screwed up at the start there with the placement of our blocks. But I think we got it sorted out now. We just gotta hope we can get out of here at the end of the day. Let's see how that goes. So, all right, here we are, locked and loaded and ready for action. Just waiting on our little helper pump on the line pump. The excuse me, the feeder pump. And ready mix should be here shortly beyond that time. Deceiving angle here. We're actually like 30 feet away from those wires, so should be a pretty straightforward pour, really. All it is maybe 3 loads of concrete and some ICF walls and a little bit of rental form, a little bit of curbs. Footings are all done. Massive footings, which is very interesting. As well as the lock block assembly there. Has all the makings of engineer involvement. Anyhow, we'll get unfolded here and get a little quick footage once the line pump rolls up. Concrete has arrived. Second pump has arrived. Both at the same time. So we are pretty much set up here. Our tarp set up on the pump and we are ready to rock. So. And fill the water box, that too. Get it in the hole. Well, the bentonite to prime into our pump. Before we do our prime, we're just going to use water on ours. So it's all said and done. This is how it looks. And of course, the obligatory. One more? Do one more. Don't leave home without it. That'll work. I think we're almost ready here. So So we threw some bentonite in the 3-inch hose for the line pump. Prime end us. We got our safety slings we strapped up here. We'll see once this hose is loaded up with concrete how the alignment is into the hopper. This guy's basically going to be pumping as fast as he can go, and we're going to be doing like 20% volume on the boom pump. So this thing will just be ticking away. But with a 3-inch hose and the volume output from that thing, it's probably barely even going to twitch this hose around once it's full of concrete. So we'll see. Here we go. I hope this works. I guess we'll find out shortly here. We got a nice wet slump there. I'm gonna guess how many strokes before the line pump is discharging from the 3-inch hose. I'm going to guess 7 strokes. That's 2. Come on, buddy. 3. And 4. God, this guy primes as slow as I do. There are others. Good to know. Oh, it only took 4. I was so wrong. It's also supposed to be 14 mil. We're gonna slump this stuff up a bit more. That ain't gonna flow so good through their block walls. Interestingly enough, it's a 20 mil aggregate. Usually they use 14 mil for this stuff, but make some adjustments here and proceed. All right, the slump has been adjusted. Hopper's full. Now we're gonna prime out pump numero 2. It's my bilingual Canadianism. Like I said, we just use water sprayed up into the cylinders to prime this boom pump here. So first bit of concrete that went in the hopper had bentonite in it anyhow from the prime on the line pump, so no concerns here. They said tell them to spread that first bit. It had bentonite in it. Get them to put it in the gravel. Just like the first bucket. They don't care. They actually just don't care. Okay, well, they were told. I don't think it's enough bentonite to affect anything, but still, I would do the right thing. There it comes. And just like that, we are pouring concrete. While we're up here, here's a good look at the hose tray that we had fabricated specifically for this pump. From factory, these filter manifolds are exposed, and you don't really want to be clanging and banging hoses off the side of the pump, so we built this little piece. Nice little surround here for the hydraulic filler and the vent. This piece of aluminum here, so the operator can walk up and down And it's fun, that too. Anyhow, the rest of this is going to be pretty routine here. I'll probably check back in when we are attempting to get the pump out of the driveway. What we're going to have to do, we're going to have a tough time washing out here because the water is going to run back down to the street. So we're probably going to pull the pump ahead a couple feet. All we're going to do is drop the hopper just to get the weight out of the hopper. That way when we're backing out, we'll have a little bit more clearance. Even with the hopper empty, backing out tends to pin that back end right tight into the ground and makes it a little bit more tedious to get the machine out of here. Let alone having a few thousand pounds of concrete sitting in the hopper would make things that much worse. So we will avoid doing that by dumping the hopper on site before we roll out. Anyhow, we'll check back in a little bit. Pretty good little setup. No, that piece of plywood was not my idea. That is the line pumper guy's idea, and they are a separate company. So I don't know how much I like that. I feel like it would wear through the rubber hose, maybe, but we're not really pumping that fast, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. Who knows? Maybe it's a good idea, and I should just open my mind up and learn something today. We'll go with that. Anyhow. Rocking and rolling. All right, so here we are. We're just waiting on our last load of concrete here, which should wrap things up. Blast this last load off. Drop the hopper before we back down the ramp here. The soon to be, yet to be created ramp out of timbers and whatnot. We have some more material coming actually, because we're a little bit short of what will be ideal for getting in and out of here in one maneuver, one sequential maneuver. But yeah, it's all looking good. Man, oh man, is it ever hot out though. Holy. The problem coming in here, we pinned that outrigger into the asphalt as such that we couldn't open it to access a remaining material on the truck, which we needed to get under the tires to get her up a little bit higher, but we will not make that mistake on the way out. That is a promise. So anyhow, we'll check back in when we are doing the maneuver to get on out of here. We'll try and do it smoothless, or sorry, smooth, the opposite of smoothless, smooth, seamlessly, and professionally. That's a tough sequence of words. Anyhow, check back in a little bit here. So here we are slugging away the last couple meters. The line pump here just ticking away. This thing runs pretty good. Nice little setup, well laid out. But yeah, so what we're going to do here, we cannot wash out here because the water is going to run down into the roadway, but we cannot back out with the hopper right full. It'll be too much weight and it'll increase our chances of dragging on the asphalt. So we're going to pull back the hard sponge with no water in front of it, which actually does get the pipes quite clean, as such, to keep the stuff in the hopper a little bit stiff. And we're just going to drop our hopper right here. We'll spread it all out on the dirt. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to back through it on our way out. It is what it is. Back out, get out here, and rinse our tires off on the side of the road, and then we will complete our washout at the designated washout facility. We will probably, once we get the pump out of here, flip the lid up, spray the barrels, get them nice and clean so we don't have dry concrete sitting in the cylinders while we travel to the washout area. But yeah, that is the plan. So we will put the plan into action shortly here. All right, so slight change of plans. This last load appears to be nuclear hot, so we're reverting back to hard sponge, bucket full of sugary water, soft sponge, And if it tends to run a little bit in the washout area, the hopper dump area, don't really care at this point, because this stuff has expired and it's about 100 degrees Fahrenheit out here today. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, it's almost that time. As you can see, we dumped our hopper, probably shed, yeah, close to 1,000 pounds of weight off the back end of that thing. And we come down our rampway here, our ever so elegant rampway. Not having that extra bit of weight hanging over the rear axles pushing into the ground is going to be a huge benefit. So take a run at this here in just a second. All right, it is that time.
Is this where he's touching?
What's that?
Is this where he's touching down?
It's where he was touching. Once he gets back a certain amount, we may need to grab that pad and throw it on this side. You're good. Just push it. You're good. Yeah. There we go. Bye-bye, pads. Yeah, you're good. Just straight. Oh, yeah. Okay, go. Just keep coming, he's good. That's good. Give that asphalt some personality. They say just pull over on the shoulder and rinse your tires. Pretty good. Oh, he just ran my gloves over, bugger. Only light scarring on the roadway. Not too worried about a little bit of dragging, so that actually worked out pretty well. Kind of poopy. If we could have lined him up a little bit better over to this side, we might have saved that pad. She's an old girl anyhow, but being the traffic situation that it is around here, I just wanted to get it done as quickly as possible in one shot and not stop and mess around with things. So it's kind of exactly what we anticipated coming out of here. Interesting note here, you see where we were dragging this, these newer Putzmeister hoppers, they have this extended flange of metal. It actually drops down below the hopper by about 2.5 inches. There is a service update where you can actually trim this to get more clearance. The issue with that is, trim that, now you're just going to catch the next thing, which is your steps. So, but there is an update for that. Nice thing about these pumps, they don't have nearly the amount of backhand overhang as some of the other manufacturers. The axles on the Putzmeister, on the 30-meter class at least, are spaced back nice and tight. Some of the other brands, those axles will be ahead another foot, 1.5 feet, and you get terrible overhang that drags on everything. So So this one's really good. Our old 40 meter pump that we recently sold was actually even better than this one. The axles were back a little bit further, and it did not have that skirt around the hopper. So it actually had a few more inches of clearance. But all in all, pretty happy with how this worked out. We'll load our lumber up and get the heck out of here. It looks like we are on a trajectory such that when this video drops a couple weeks time from now, we will be at 1,000 subscribers, which is extremely exciting. So maybe we will, I'll make a special video once we hit the milestone too. But appreciate everybody watching, subscribing. And yeah, things seem to be really growing, and hope to keep the content coming and do some cool new stuff and hopefully not run out of ideas. So anyhow, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, insert the word subscribe in a language other than English. I'll let you do that yourself. Anyhow, over and out.